So what is your out of office reply?
I had one, but then I was inspired by the scene out of CB4. If you know, you know. And I'm black, y'all. And I'm black, y'all. And I'm blackity black. And I'm black, y'all. So that's my out of office reply. Before we move on. You know, hot take. Michael B. Jordan is an attractive man.
Yes.
But I was never one of those, ooh, Michael B. Jordan girls.
Well, that's you.
This movie, I know.
Because I'm like,
it's just me.
I would like to raise a flag.
Okay, just hear me out. I don't know. It just never. There's no shade. I was just like, yeah, he's cute, but like, I'll keep it moving.
I'm throwing the referee flag.
Okay, wait, but let me tell you, in this movie, I was like, am I lusting?
Is this lust in my spirit?
After Michael B. Jordan in this theater?
Is there lust in my spirit?
Straight up lust. And when I tell you, I'm like, I had to check myself.
Welcome into reality. Now, thank you.
Like,
join the team.
Damn.
We're going to give you a moment.
It's just,
take a moment. Just a moment.
Like, oh my Lord. I was looking at maybe because it was in IMAX. Maybe that's what it is. Michael B. Jordan in IMAX is an experience. So if y'all can go see this movie and really hit me though, was hearing from neurotypical abled individuals, and I'm talking about the family members and the teachers who have tapped into this ability. Mm-hmm. And so for me, I'm like, oh, so you saying the X-Men are real?
Yeah.
So I can be X-Men too?
Right.
So I'm putting y'all on notice. Give me 6 to 12 months. Y'all talking about, so who should be the next Storm? Bitch, it's me.
You said bitch,
it's me.
And the autoresponder is on. We are
back with another episode. Are out of office.
We are out of office.
We'll never get out of. Like I feel like we're gonna permanently be here. Because there have been moments where I've been trying. It feels like I've been trying. People are trying to pull me back. No, and I just shut it down. I'm actually proud of myself.
You know what? I see my way back. But I think it will be in the way that I want to be back.
Correct.
I don't think someone could pull me anywhere. I think I'm already naturally driven to whatever my purpose is, which may not be someone else's purpose for me.
Correct.
So what is your out of office reply?
I had one, but then I was inspired by the scene out of CB4. If you know, you know. And I'm black, y'all. And I'm black, y'all. And I'm blackity black. And I'm black, y'all. So that's my out of office reply.
There is a parallel life that you're in, that you are a complete actress.
I think so.
Yes. One of your parallel lives right now. Was it Everything, Everywhere, All of the Time?
Oh, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once?
Yeah, All at Once.
I was I must have
been
an
One of your Everywhere,
actress.
Everything, All at Once right now is absolutely.
I agree.
And I'm totally here for it with the popcorn.
Thank you so much.
So...
Thank you guys.
So
Thank you for being here. Okay, let me stop.
My out of office, I had a conversation with a book club. And so in the spirit of last week, shout out to my girls in Philly. And not Philly, they're in New Jersey. What am I talking about?
It's all in the same region. What is that region called?
The East Coast?
No. Specifically. It's not Mid-Atlantic, but...
North Atlantic?
It's not New England.
North Atlantic. I don't know. I call it.
What is that?
I don't know.
Tri-state area.
Oh, tri-state.
That's what I was looking for.
Well, shout out to the homies. So, but I was telling them that no is a complete sentence.
Yes.
And so that is my auto reply.
No, just no.
No.
Yes.
Period.
No, well, not yes to
period.
No. Period.
Period. Okay.
I'm gonna say my
period.
I'm gonna say my out of office for next week. I just had to say that. Oh, great.
It was very fun. I enjoyed it. So I see you go. You have so much. You're so fun. Like you just have such fun energy, and I love when you go into your your voices and imitations. I'm just like, I feel like we're at the blossoming of this whole other thing. So I'm here for the show. I love my seat.
Thank you so much.
I love my front row seat.
I love being with you because I feel like you bring it out of me.
Really?
Yeah. Because
I'm a fool like that.
Yeah, no, because kindred spirits. Because y'all don't be knowing. Like,
I got jokes.
Jayne be having her moments. It shows up here, but sometimes off camera.
You know, I got jokes. I'm
jokes.
a fool. I mean, I'm not a fool. Like we'll use that. I don't know if people say that in Detroit. We will say you a fool.
Oh yeah, we say that. We say that on the East Coast too.
So,
but yeah, no. But before we move on, you're here. What's going on here?
Thank you. This is a twist out today.
Oh, it's
growing
nice.
back. Shout out to Rachel Heels Hair who gave me my haircut, and now it's growing out.
Yes.
So it's.
I love this. Oh, I gotta show you my hair. When we finish.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because I just got it redone.
Oh, yeah.
But it's grown so much. I got to show you these pictures.
I'm so excited. And this is not my what I'm on right now, but I am learning to do, I think I could do a sew-in at this point.
Girl,
I'm all about these protective stylings.
Because when I say my hair, my stylist, Nikki, her name is Nikki too. So she said, she's like, you have leave me alone hair.
Oh.
I have leave me alone hair.
Okay.
So my hair needs to be.
Let me do my ting.
Yes. And it looks gorgeous. The curls are popping. The length is lengthening.
Oh, I love to hear you say that.
I think I'm going to wear it out at some point this summer just for like a recording or two.
Oh, I would love that.
And then put it back underneath.
Okay, there you go.
It's leave me alone hair.
It's show up, show out, and leave me alone.
Exactly.
Okay.
Sometimes it likes to pop out. And then sometimes it
and sometimes you got to pop out.
Exactly. But my hair is like, nah. We good.
Yeah. Don't bother me.
Leave me alone. Michael Jackson.
Well, I see you, girl. So, do you want me to start?
Yeah.
So, my I see you, girl. So, everybody's talking about Sinners. It's Sinners opening weekend. You got to go see the movie.
Please go see it. I saw it.
I'll share it. I'm going to see it, but my I See You Girl is actually not Ryan Coogler. It's his wife.
Zinzi. Yes.
Or Ryan Coogler is the husband to Zinzi Evans. Let's just put it like that.
Yes.
And Miss Evans Coogler is that girl. And I See You Girl, and I just think you should know about her if you don't already. But she is a producer. She hangs in the background, but she is a force and a power to be reckoned with. Ryan Coogler will often talk about her as a person who he credits for his creative evolution. And she said, hey, you know what, that screenwriting thing, it seems like you got something there and you don't need to be writing all your scripts in Word. There's a way to format that. There's a whole computer program. He's like, well, I ain't got the funds. And she was like, oh, I got you, boo. And then next thing you know, he had Final Cut Pro and he was writing scripts in Fruitvale Station. That's all I have to say about that.
Yes.
So thank you to her. But she has gone on and continued her behind the scenes journey. So she's been, I think, assistant director. She has moved into producing. She's executive producer. She was executive producer on Creed 3. And she produced this movie.
Sinners.
Yes. So they are partners, collaborators. And she has not confirmed pregnancy, but I think there is a fly baby bump showing up on these red carpets. And I'm like, homegirl is making that look so good.
Yes.
And she's just doing the most. And I love a woman who's just so solid in who she is. And she just shows up and does her ting-ting. And like, so I See You, girl, to her and for Ryan, because, you know, we love you too. And even though this is an I See You Girl segment, I saw a clip of him. And if you haven't seen I think he's addressing some students. And he's just talking about how it was so important for him to start when he started. Because he did Fruitvale Station, he did Creed, he did Black Panther. And all of these experiences over this course of time has led up to where he is now. But he said, but go, just do it now. And he said, stand in a place where you're uncomfortable until you are basically comfortable.
Exactly.
There. So get uncomfortable. And I'm taking 2 more seconds because I wanted to share a story about Ryan Coogler.
Yes, please.
Because Black Panther opening weekend, me and my girls, remember that was an event. So everybody was in there like African attire. We were showing up. We were like, I didn't even have African attire. I found something that looked like it could be, okay? It was my cute little whatever. And I showed up with my girls and we saw Black Panther in Hollywood. We saw it at the ArcLight. We came out of Black. Remember when you first saw Black Panther and how that went down?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so we come out of Black Panther in the theater, and then damn if Chadwick Boseman is not standing right there looking in costume. I'm not kidding. The Chadwick. Like, Black Panther was on the screen, and then Chadwick Boseman and his whole, like, ensemble, not the Black Panther one, but the dope one where he showed up at the, like, United Nations in the lobby. Listen. Let me tell you.
The Chadwick Boseman?
Yes. And Ryan Coogler, they were driving around, going to other
opening night
theaters
thing
and
that they
showing
do.
up just to see fans.
To support people.
Just to show up with fans.
That's dope.
And I apologize to everybody that was there that night because this is what I did.
What did you do? Oh my gosh.
I was overtaken by a force beyond myself.
Right.
I handed my purse. It was like all in one fluid motion. I was like, hold my purse. I handed my purse out to my girl, moved through the lobby, past everybody like I had the football and about to get a touchdown, rolled right up to Chadwick Boseman.
I'm leaving here with something.
I handed my purse to somebody, my phone to somebody. I was like, yo, I'm about to get this picture. I was like, boom. I've never liked that. It was like, but 2 seconds later, here's Chadwick Boseman. I'm next to him. Everybody who took pictures with him that night or of him, I was in their pictures.
Hilarious.
I couldn't let go of him.
You said,
I was like, I'm sorry.
It's you and me now.
I was like, we gonna have this moment. We gonna have this moment.
We gonna never
It's
part.
gonna be what it is. I'm sorry to everybody that it looked.
Wow.
But
and I'm sure they were so
cool.
gracious.
He was so gracious and kind. His energy was so kind. And just to have had that moment, the whole thing was amazing that they showed up for fans like that on their opening night. And they came because they knew we were going to want to be a part of more than what we saw, because they knew that what was going to happen on screen was going to bring us to a place.
Yeah.
And just to be able to share more energy, they were so generous with theirs. And that made me know something about Chadwick Boseman, and it made me, because Ryan was there too.
Yeah.
And it made me know something about Ryan Coogler. I have pictures with him and a picture with Chadwick. And everybody has a picture of me that has a picture of him.
Because you was like, I'll be in this picture.
I'm
Y'all
sorry,
don't understand.
But I don't know. Like, one picture is not going to be enough. So this is how this is going to go. But they were just super kind. So thank you for that. And I'm sorry to everybody else.
No, because it's hilarious. No, I'll say, I really hope, if there was one person that I met that I wish more and more people knew, it's Ryan. Mm-hmm. I had when I was at Spring Hill, he was in the same office as me when we were developing Space Jam 2.
Oh, yeah.
And I had I think a good 6 months just hanging out with him, like not full, that hard on hanging out, but just always in passing. Like there would be lunches in the office and then you see him and I hear him talk and whatever. And I would see his writing on the wall for like where his mind was and what the story he wanted to tell with Space Jam 2. But when I say the most humble, because at this point, this man already had done Black Panther. Mm-hmm. So you could have told, he can't tell me nothing.
Right,
okay,
right.
He's Mr. You can't tell me nothing. Literally did Black Panther, did Creed, multiple Creeds at this point. And he has this spirit about him that's just like, I'm here to give. Mm-hmm. I'm here to do my assignment. Mm-hmm. It's very much giving that. And Zinzi's amazing. Like they're just great people in general. And so it's really great to see him evolve, and it's really great to see him try new things. And also, he's incredibly thoughtful and intentional about the things that he does. So I really love that he's talking about sinners, because he's everywhere now talking about sinners. Because typically, like, he'll do a couple of interviews for things, but he's like, But for sinners, he's like, no, I want you to understand my whole thought process, why I shot on film, what kind of story I wanted to tell about vampires, and so on and so forth. So please go see it. And I also want to shout out my new homie, Woonmi, who I've become really good friends with recently, or becoming friends with recently. So she did fantastic. And the whole cast was great. I mean, the movie is a wild ride. please go see it.
I can't. There's something in the ether because my next book series is about shapeshifters.
Yes.
And so taking this like sort of fantasy lore and bringing it into our culture.
Yes.
I don't know why that inspiration came to me in that way, but I just was made. It was known to me. I became aware of the fact that my next project, my own personal project, needed to be about shapeshifters.
Yeah.
And that was far outside of what I normally kind of write about, but it's like seemed to be the next strangely logical step. But there are vampires in this universe that I'm creating with my next book series.
It's good, y'all. She told me a little bit.
It's about to be that. But I think there's just something in the ether. I'm like, maybe my antenna's tuned to it, and that's what it is. Go see this movie.
Please
support
do.
them. I haven't seen it, but I'm going to see it. I don't even care. I don't know what it's about. It could be people sitting in a room, and I still would go see it. So
I also want to add before we move on. Hot take. Michael B. Jordan is an attractive man.
Yes.
But I was never one of those, ooh, Michael B. Jordan girls.
Well, that's you.
This movie, I know.
Because I'm like,
it's just me.
I would like to raise a flag.
Okay, just hear me out. I don't know. It just never. There's no shade. I was just like, yeah, he's cute, but like, I'll keep it moving.
I'm throwing the referee flag.
Okay, wait, but let me tell you, in this movie, I was like, am I lusting?
Is this lust in my spirit?
After Michael B. Jordan in this theater?
Is there lust in my spirit?
Straight up lust. And when I tell you, every once in a while he pops up in my head.
The man is a shapeshifter.
I was like, man, okay, just go see the movie.
I didn't say that, but I was like, part of the reason that I'm going to go see this has to do with Michael B. Jordan playing two different people.
It's like,
I'm a fan.
I was really legit lust. I'm like, I had to check myself.
Welcome into reality. Now, thank you.
Like,
join the team.
Damn. Okay, moving on. Okay, I See You Girl. My See You Girl is even right now. This flash pops of movie.
You can't even. We're gonna give you a moment.
It's just,
take a moment. Just a moment. A moment.
Like, oh my Lord. I was looking at maybe because it was in IMAX. Maybe that's what it is. Michael B. Jordan in IMAX is an experience. So if y'all can go see this movie in IMAX, please go.
I was already going, so
just go experience Michael B. Jordan. And I'm getting hot. Okay, moving on.
Move on.
Woo.
Okay.
Sheryl Lee Ralph.
Yes, let's go there.
Nobody does it like Sheryl Lee.
Auntie Cheryl.
She got her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame this week. Woo! So well-deserved. Loretta Devine was there. Jennifer Lewis was directing her from the crowd. I don't know what pictures she needed to take. It was really funny.
Take one on the sidewalk.
Pretty much. You got to straighten your leg.
You got to lay down by it.
I was like, oh my gosh. Quinta Brunson was there. Janelle, everyone, the whole cast at Elementary, it seemed like it was just beautiful to see Sheryl. First of all, she looks amazing. She never not looks amazing. She looked amazing. Old Hollywood glamour. And, she just deserves this star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So
she does.
That's my See You Girl.
And she has poured into my spirit just through the videos and the things that she shared and she said.
Word.
And I'm just so happy for her to get the recognition. The recognition.
Yes. Fun fact. She was recently on Finding Your Roots with Henry Louis Gates.
Oh, really?
And yep.
What'd she find?
She's related to Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, really?
Yes. They're distant cousins.
I would like to do that show maybe one day. I did delete all my DNA information recently, so I'm like, when it matters, I'll do it again. But
Makes
I'm like,
sense.
if I see a clone of myself, that's not going to be a good day.
But yeah,
so
she's a distant cousin of Samuel L. Jackson. And it's funny, she said her brother reminds her of Samuel.
Yeah.
And so it's like, oh, it all makes sense. It's in the DNA. So that was really dope.
That's a beautiful thing. DNA is an interesting thing. I did do mine through one of the companies, but the thing that was disturbing to me is that they keep changing what my ethnicity is. Like the first one seemed accurate, and then things keep appearing and disappearing. Like evidently now I'm Nigerian when I never was before. And then my Native American ancestry was there,
and now it's
then
gone?
It went away. I'm like, how could it be there and not? And I already know my family is Native American because there are people that grew up on the reservation. So I'm like, clearly I know that this is the case. So what is going on? So anyway, I deleted that.
That's right. You better, because that sounds weird.
People do what they need to do, but what I'm on right now,
also known as Tell Me Immediately. So if y'all are not listening to Telepathy Tapes, I need you to pause this podcast and just come back and go listen to Telepathy Tapes.
Yeah, or make a note for yourself and finish the podcast and then go listen to Telepathy Tapes.
Correct. Whatever
you want to hear the rest
says.
of the podcast, but you've got to go listen to Telepathy Tapes. I co-sign this 100%.
Like, so
100%.
If you have not heard about the Telepathy Tapes, I'll give you a brief summary to not give away anything. I haven't finished listening to it. You are way past me.
Well, you put me onto this.
And Lovey Ajayi put me onto it because she made a post about it.
Listen.
And I'm so glad she did. So there's a woman named Kai Dickens, and this podcast is about investigating whether a community of non-speaking autistic individuals, along with their families and educators, believe in the ability of telepathic communication. That's at the bare minimum. It goes beyond that. But that's what the podcast is about. It's investigating whether telepathic communication actually exists.
That is purportedly happening between them.
And at the very least, this podcast has completely shifted my perspective on autism. I used to think that unless someone was on the Asperger's end of the spectrum, that they
were limited.
Correct.
And
I didn't think they would have much of a life. I'm going to be honest. I'm being fully transparent because that's what the general public wants you to know. I'm tearing up. Sorry. Give me a second. But what's powerful here is that these people, these individuals that don't speak, even though they can't physically communicate, their voices are still heard in this podcast. And they have a message for us, and we really need to listen. We really need to listen, y'all. If we are going to continue on this earth, in this dimension, and succeed, we need to listen to what these individuals have to say. Now, there's been a lot of skepticism, because, they've dismissed these claims because of the scientific theory of materialism, which is basically like everything that we can see and touch is made out of matter. There's no such thing as a supernatural
there's nothing that exists that we
realm.
Can't see and touch, is the materialistic philosophy of science, which governs basically everything to the detriment of alternative points of view. And so historically there was a split where basically science said we own everything that is material, and then religion gets to own everything that's spiritual, but never the twain shall meet.
Correct.
But these kids are showing us that that's not accurate.
I mean,
that's not true at all.
The evidence that is presented in this
and you will
podcast.
Get emotional. Like Nikki T is getting emotional. I've cried all week. That's why I'm like, I got it together. I literally teared up in the car because I was listening to another episode and I was like, oh, it's all real. I was like, but I cried all week listening to it because there is such a vein of truth in this podcast, a truth that you suspect or might know is true, but it's a truth that's overwhelming, because where you might believe that life and existence and this world is so much more beautiful than you are experiencing or that you have come to know so far, if you've had that suspicion, this podcast will let you know that that's
it confirms
true.
It. That is the crazy part about it. And that's
what's the overwhelming emotional piece of it that moves everybody. It moves me to tears to know, oh my God, we are loved. Oh my God!
No, we are loved. We are. I don't want to say. Let me stop because I don't want to say too much, because I want y'all to experience what we experience listening to this podcast. As someone who believes I'm a person of faith. I'm a Christian. So I believe a man came down here a couple thousand years ago, was born of Virgin Mary, and then died and resurrected 3 days later and then went up to heaven. Everyone was like, ooh, like the bar is very...
The bar is low.
The bar is low for me. Okay? So I'm X-Files. I believe. I want to believe. What really hit me, though, was hearing from neurotypical abled individuals, and I'm talking about the family members and the teachers who have tapped into this ability. Mm-hmm. And so for me, I'm like, oh, so you saying the X-Men are real?
Yeah.
So I can be X-Men too?
Right.
So I'm putting y'all on notice. Give me 6 to 12 months. Y'all talking about, so who should be the next Storm? Bitch, it's me. It's me. Kai Dickens, thank you for telling me that I can be Storm.
That's who it is. This is what it's about.
I'm just putting y'all on notice. If y'all...
You said thank you for telling me.
6 to 12 months time.
Girl, when you start becoming telepathic, listen.
I'm going to be an X-Men.
The thing is, I'm like, what people don't realize is I already am. And
excuse me?
like I already am.
Is this an exclusive? What are you talking about?
I mean, well, kind of.
Kind of what?
I feel like I have already tapped into some of my telepathic
Do we need to do a
abilities.
telepathy tapes test here?
No, because I don't think that it would work like that. But there's just things that I be knowing. I just be knowing. And then people are like, I'm like, that's, I'm like, don't be lying to me because I already be knowing.
What do you mean?
I just be knowing.
Can you read minds?
Sometimes.
What?
But it's not like that. It's not how these people can. It's like I just be knowing. I just be knowing. That's all I'm gonna say.
Y'all.
I just be knowing.
What?
I'm an Aquarius too, so we be knowing. That's the whole thing. It's like I was reading something that was like, if you could put a tagline for Aquarius, it's I know. Because it's like we be knowing. We just be knowing. Michael B. Jordan knows. He's an Aquarius.
Sorry, the silence is me looking at her like, what is going on?
I know, but
because we have not talked about this.
There's certain things that I won't share in this episode. But you guys, okay, I want everybody to catch up who's our listener. If you listen to this podcast, please go listen to Telepathy Tapes so that we can all be on the same page. Because there are things that I could like tell you after you listen to it that have happened that you will be like, oh. And because it made me be like, oh. And I think there are things that you might recognize from your own experience that you're like, oh. So... But listen to it, and then we can all get on the same page, and then I'll share some stories. Your mouth is wide.
Sorry, my mouth is like wide open.
She's like, you can't just be dropping this kind of stuff on me.
Okay, but for real though,
it's so beautiful.
It is a beautiful listen, y'all. It is a beautiful listen. It's an incredible listen. I'm still making my way through it. I'm only on episode 8, but it's already deep in my faith. It's in my belief in a higher power. Obviously the sense that we're all connected to the source and all that. Like even this week, I've been testing my limits and things have been happening and to confirm that what I'm hearing is true. Y'all, it's wild. And when y'all, episode 8.
Which one was that?
The healing one.
I'm already on 15.
The healing one.
Oh.
That threw me, I had to stop driving. Because my head was literally about to explode.
Girl. I can't remember the whole episode. Because I'm already on 15.
I know exactly I don't want to say it. Because I want you to hear it.
Well, just say a little something so people know.
It's the... Because again, it starts with telepathy and then it just
but
goes
they have capabilities.
They have capabilities, yeah. And there is... And I'm not going to give it away too much, but there is one individual that they were talking to that... he's a human scanner. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Right.
That he can
know.
He can lay hands. Mm-hmm. This is why I'm like, are y'all? Oh my God, y'all just listen to it, because it feels like we just need to wake up, y'all. We really do.
Well, I think this is the time of a great awakening, and while there's chaos,
there's so much more.
While there's chaos, there is so when you listen to this podcast, basically this is your moment in the Matrix. Right now, we are Morpheus. She's Lawrence and I'm Fishburne. And Lawrence Fishburne is coming to you. And basically with the red and the blue pill. When you press play on that podcast, your reality is going to shift. There's no going back. And then we'll all be in the same page. There's no going back.
There's no going back.
We all need to get there, because then it gives us context for what we're experiencing. And I think that a lot of people are looking for hope. This is the hope. This is the thing that you suspected was the case, that you were hoping. Yep. But because you keep getting inundated with all of this bad news and all this stuff going on.
And also gaslit.
Yeah, that you're being told that it's not. You're being told not to hope. This is the path. This is the path forward.
And we'll see you when you get there.
So we'll see you on the other side. Next week, we should be able to talk about it together.
Ciao.
Okay. Next week, we're going to wait for you. So yes, it is an absolute must. So what I am on right now, because I'm on the Telepathy Tapes, and I've been telling literally everyone.
Me too.
I've been walking my dog I listen to the podcast, and I'm like, people say something, I'm like, I can't hear you because I'm listening to this podcast.
I'm like, I'm listening to Telepathy Tapes. Are you?
I know. I'm like,
literally.
I'm going to tell you what I'm listening to, and then I'm going to basically put my ears back on, because I am completely immersed. I am riveted. But what I'm on right now, by the way, and I wanted to say one more thing. I had this in my notes. Our head of Health and Human Services just had something to say about autism that was absolutely wretched. And it was absolutely wretched. And what I would say is the fact that we have the Telepathy Tapes at the same time that we have something like that. Choose the truth.
You already know what they're trying to do.
That's all I'm going to say. Choose the truth.
Oh, Lord.
So going onto what I'm on right now.
Yes.
So I told you I'm defluffing.
Yes.
I've been in the defluffing process. And what I found out, so I was told that I have PCOS.
Yes.
So that is, for people who are not familiar, polycystic ovarian syndrome. And it has to do with insulin resistance. It has to do with a whole bunch of other things. But the main thing is insulin resistance. And my doctor said, we can address this with medically,
right?
Or we can address this with a prescription, or we can address this with lifestyle changes. So you can, you choose. And I was like, I'm going to try lifestyle changes. Girl, I have been going at this. Like, I'm John Henry with an axe. Like, I'm chopping at this tree. Like, I have tried supplements. I'm doing acupuncture. I'm doing absolutely everything you can imagine. But the number one thing that I did, which I've seen significant changes, like fairly quickly, was dropping sugar out of my diet.
Carbs. It's the inflammation.
It literally. I have reduced enough. Like, I've seen my belly go down.
I can tell,
to the extent that I realize that's not weight loss. That's inflammation.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think was an inflamed state. And that my body is just literally healing from the simple act of dropping out refined sugar.
Yep.
And, I switched from rice to cauliflower rice.
Right.
I'm eating more protein instead of having regular, coffee with sugar and cream. I have coffee with a protein shake, in the morning.
Try collagen powder, Ancient Nutrition. Because I do black coffee and I put collagen powder in it. How is that?
It's good?
Delicious.
Really?
Because, yes, it feels...
You froth it?
No. Oh, yes, just a little bit. Just a little bit. So it has 9 grams of protein and collagen, obviously, with joint health and brain function and gut health and all that jazz. But Ancient Nutrition vanilla, I put in my black coffee and I drink that now.
I will try it. I've been using the protein shakes from Costco.
Yeah.
Because I love Costco, because shout out to Costco. I still shop here. But anyway, that's what I'm on right now. I have been investing in myself, in like everything that you can do. This has been a gift I was very upset about it at first. And then I just kind of, something switched within me and I said, okay, I'm going to go after this.
I love that.
And I'm going to make it the shift that my lifelong shift that I've been looking for, where it's like, okay, I'm going to make a real commitment to myself. And it has been my opportunity to do all the things that I should have been doing. I do green juice. I'm doing beet juice. And then I was watching an episode of Diary of a CEO, and the guest, who's a biologist, I think he's a doctor, he's like, there's one molecule that stops aging and stops Alzheimer's. It's nitric oxide, which is from beets. But for some reason, intuitively, I was like, I already started beet juice. Then I heard that.
Yep.
But I was doing green juice, beet juice, acupuncture. I'm doing other modality, like literally everything. So apple cider vinegar before my meal, diluted apple cider vinegar before every meal.
That's another thing that I'm being more consistent about too. Yeah,
So
it helps with keeping your blood sugar normal so it doesn't spike after you eat.
Yeah, and magnesium, raw food-based iron supplement. Switched my toothpaste from fluoride to tea tree and neem oil, natural toothpaste. If you watch that episode of Diary of a CEO, I can't remember the guy's name, but he's talking about this. I'll put this in the show links, that episode. But he talks about this also with toothpaste. I can't get into the whole science of it, but it's worth listening to. So I'll put in the show notes for those listening too. Like I feel like we're all having the same conversation.
Yes.
We're all in conversation with each other, y'all. Yes. Mm-hmm. You got to listen to the episode. So what I'm on right now is this investment in myself. I will keep sharing details. You can watch the video. You will see the progress of me
of the defluffing.
Continually defluffing.
It's working.
But it has just been an opportunity to do all the things, acupuncture, all the healing modalities, stress relief. I'm taking ashwagandha.
Same.
I'm doing breath work. I'm like, I'm not going out like that. Like, no. So no, again, my out of office reply.
I love that.
So that's
Good
what's
for
going
you.
on right now.
Not taking a diagnosis and being all ho-hum about it. You just attacking
I was ho-hum
head on.
for a minute, but then I attacked. Then I was like, I'm attacking the hell out of this.
Well deserved, but I love
then
how
I
you're
became John
approaching
Henry.
it. John Henry with an X. Immediately, the image in my head.
John Henry.
Moving on to Jesus Take the Wheel. Mine is really short.
Okay.
Because I was like, wait, what? Okay, so there's a group of South African scientists that are in Antarctica. And they reported
that just already sounds wrong.
Yeah,
there's a bunch of South African scientists in Antarctica.
Isolated.
Okay, Lord.
And there was an incident where a team member allegedly assaulted someone. The station so someone sent out, please help. But it's so remote that no one can get there until December.
That's like the astronauts in the space station.
Okay, so these people are stuck with each other. It's not funny. There's a hopeful message in here.
You're like, I'm gonna get to the good part.
So things are under control now. They say there's
can we laugh or not laugh?
No, because now apparently things are under control.
Okay.
There's been some meditation and some counseling.
Meditation or mediation?
Meditation. And some counseling.
Okay.
And honestly, for me, it was a reminder of like that even in the coldest, most isolated place on earth, people are still trying.
People are tripping.
People are still trying.
Aren't you too cold to act wrong?
Like, anyway. Apologies were made. Folks have stepped up. It's fine now. But it's proof that, like, even when we feel stuck, we're never powerless.
Such a body conserving energy.
We're never powerless. It's just like you really have to just make do with what you got. You do with the best with what you got. Okay, Mariah Carey. And I think if they can do that in Antarctica, we can do that here too. That was my takeaway from reading that message.
You're right.
Even though I was like, what the hell?
There's so many what the hells in that one.
But yeah, like can you imagine being in that situation where you don't like someone and you can't leave? So you have to work through that.
Let me tell you where this situation...
You have no choice.
This situation has diverged from me way before that point. You started with Antarctica. Let me tell you where I don't need to go.
Antarctica. No, it's
I love
research.
penguins.
But it's research.
I'm not curious. I love penguins. I can watch them on TV. I don't need to see them.
Voiced by Morgan Freeman. No, but
Happy Feet is a good movie.
Happy Feet was a good movie.
Me.
But yeah, I saw that article. I was like, first time I'm like, what? And then I was like, you know what? If they can try dealing with their shit in Antarctica, then I can too.
That's shout out to Worldwide Nate, who was my surfing Sherpa when I was researching The Most Wonderful Time. Check out Worldwide Nate if you haven't. This brother is literally worldwide, is all over the place. But he went to Antarctica with his mama, and I was like, we all out there. We are everywhere. We are worldwide. But I was most of his destinations. I'm like, Jayne, I really want to do that. And that one, I was like, you got that. Yeah, that's amazing.
Great for you.
But I'm gonna let you first step for all of us.
Right.
So what this is my Jesus Take the Wheel.
Yeah, what's yours?
So I was seeing this headlines flying around. So Tracee Ellis Ross was in Michelle Obama's podcast, IMO.
Oh, yes, with the new one with her brother?
Yes, with Craig Robinson.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing this headline floating around about Tracee Ellis Ross and her guest appearance on the podcast and saying that she regrets not having a husband and children. That's what's floating around in the headline, right? And I'm like, it sounds like she's so sad. It's like Tracee Ellis expresses regret about not having a husband and children. And I was like, that doesn't sound like her, A. And I don't have a husband and children, and I don't feel sad like that. I'm like, what's going on? And I was like, oh my. So I was really out of concern. I was like, let me go listen to this. Mm-hmm. That is not what that lady said. That is not what that lady said. She said that she experiences, while she has grief that happens from time to time around the absence of a husband and children, her life is so amazing. And she wouldn't trade her life that she has, that she's created, for anything, despite the fact that there are moments of grief around these things.
Moments of grief. All this clickbait shit.
Let me tell you what she went on. So the 7 minutes that were not covered and were inaccurately characterized, she said that she knows she's in the right place right now. She knows where she's supposed to be, and she appreciates within herself the courage that she's had and what courage it's taken to live life as a single woman on her own. Remember, in the 80s, we couldn't even have checking accounts. Mm-hmm. So she has gone on to create a life for herself, of business, of a career that she's proud of. Yeah. She said she's a wonderful community of friends, and she loves her life. So that was not the message. And I think I realized, wow, we're being pushed this messaging like, if you don't have a husband and children as a woman, what's your worth and value? And I think that the fact that media picked up on what she said and what they extracted out was the grief. I mean, obviously it's clickbait, but I think it's reinforcing for women something that's completely false and untrue. So I'm so glad I went to actually watch the clip. Please go check out that episode from Michelle Obama and Craig Robinson's podcast, IMO, for yourself. Don't listen to that headline, but Miss Tracee has so much beautiful wisdom and insight to share. And she is not talking about, she's not really talking about regret. She's talking about, she's showing you what a fulfilled woman looks like. Exactly. She's showing you the new a version of what life can be that's whole and happy and peaceful and fulfilled, and not just what everyone is telling you to do. And listen, and also we want to say that if your thing is finding a husband and having kids and that fulfills your life, that's fine. But what we're saying is it doesn't have to be either or. It can be all the things. Right. So I'm glad that you saw that, because I saw that headline and I just didn't click because but there's so many women who are choosing, to be the rich auntie. They're choosing we have different paths that we can choose. So if you want to find a husband like that, that's fantastic. I love that for you. I also, for your sisters, that including me, who is unmarried and who does not have children, but who loves her life, who's totally fulfilled, I mean, it could be greater as a dater. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I think it could be greater as a dater.
As a dater.
That's all I have
Copyright
to say.
that.
Love you, Tracee.
We
and
love
thank
you.
you for being so transparent and honest. And that it was inspiring what you shared.
I love that.
We just wanted to cut through
the chaos and the noise.
Whatever they talking about.
Love it. So let's head on to Minding My Black Business. Would you like to start?
Sure. Okay. So you got to
I'm
check
excited.
out the Instagram of Lisa Green.
Okay.
You must.
Who is she?
So she is, she's a retired orthodontist. She's in her 60s, a Black woman. She is fabulous.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I saw her originally because there's some hair influencers or a hair video popped up and I was like, who is this amazing lion mane of a woman? Just flip this golden bronze Black woman flips her hair back and all this hair cascades around.
Ooh.
I mean, Bridget Bardot could never.
Ooh.
Okay. Sophia Loren could never.
Ooh.
Cindy Crawford wishes she could.
Ooh.
I'm talking about
They're
like
just catching strays.
waves and curls and bouffant and just perfectly laid. So I'm like, who is that? I was looking at the hair. I'm like, wait a minute, now who's the person? And so I had to go and click through to her. So I found Lisa Green, which was a gift to me. She is fabulous in all the ways. She reminds me of my mom because my mom is like this. Like my mom is hair.
I love your mom.
Everything.
She be doing it.
She be doing it. But Lisa Green has started. You have to check out her Instagram, then you understand what I'm talking about. And her daughter Chelsea Green was featured in Vogue for her wedding. So she got married at the family compound.
Oh, Lisa has a family compound.
A family compound.
Well,
in
Lisa,
Martha's
I feel like
Vineyard.
we need to be invited.
Her wedding ring, the diamond, has its own zip code. Let's put it like that. So she needs a family compound to house
the ring,
all of the fabulousness. But her daughter. So if you want to see what I'm talking about, I'm put the link in the show notes for the Vogue feature of the wedding, and also Lisa Green herself. But the reason why she's in Minding My Black Business is because in her retirement, she has started this company called French Barrelettes, which is a wet set system. But basically, it's these rollers that are inspired by the professional French wet set rollers.
Oh.
So she credits wet setting her hair to all of its health and fabulousness. So she's decided to start this company.
I am looking at the video right now.
Yes, you got to go to the website. We'll
This
put it in the
ring,
show notes.
my Lord.
I know.
Jesus in heaven.
I told you.
That ring is huge.
Listen, I'm be telling y'all.
What?
I'm putting you on. Yeah, you got you. But so the thing is, my mom, these rollers, I know these rollers. So they don't exist in the United States. And I remember the only time I've seen rollers like that. So I told you my mom is fabulous like this. But what my mom is like is when we would go on vacation, if anything would happen that would mess up her hair, my mom will get her hair done on vacation. Because my mom's not going to not have her hair done. So we could be in Dubai. Wow. We could be in Paris. We could be in San Diego. We could be in Mexico.
She gonna find a salon to get her
my
hair
mom
done.
was find a salon. So my mom was on vacation. She was in Paris. My mom Miss Paris. Okay. So she was in Paris on one trip. I wasn't with her. She went, I think she went with my dad. I don't know. They were in Paris. Something happened with her hair. And she had to get her hair done.
And then this is where she found.
So they set her hair
Yeah.
in Paris. The salon, the rollers, she was like, I've never seen rollers like this before. But they wet set her hair. And her hair, she bought those rollers from the salon and brought them back.
Wow.
So that's where I remember seeing in my mom's collection of rollers. I remember seeing rollers like that, the French barrel, what she's calling them French barrelettes. They're rouleaux, or there's another rouleau de cheveux or something. I don't know what the French name is for hair rollers, but I think of rouleau. But
the curls are curling.
But yes. So she has created rollers inspired by the French professional version.
Yeah, it's stunning.
So that other people, so we can have a healthy, low heat alternative
Right.
for straight naturals or for style versatility. So if you go to the website, it hasn't launched yet, but you can put your name on the list for pre-launch. I have included my email address, Miss Lisa Grain, because I also follow her on Instagram, and
I just saw a clip of her.
Yeah,
She's stunning, y'all.
She's
Listen, that girl.
If you're not following Lisa Grain, what have you been doing? So
I love it. I love it. So let's keep it moving because we are pressed for time. But
yeah, well, we're almost through the.
My Mind in My Black Business is Los Hermanos 1978 Tequila. It's a Black-owned, veteran-led tequila brand that was founded by Baltimore brothers Donta and William Henson. During the pandemic, they grew an appreciation of tequila, and so they basically just was like, why don't we just start one? So they traveled to Jalisco, Mexico, and did the thing and learned about the process and created their brand. So they partnered up with a distillery there. They have a Blanco, a Reposado, and Añejo varieties. They're partially invested by Pronghorn, which is via Diageo, a multi-million-dollar initiative to help Black entrepreneurs within the alcohol and beverage industry. It's an award-winning tequila, and it's available in 300 locations around the country.
Look, and the words of Ryan Coogler, just go. And I have a little update to share, by the way. Remember when we were talking about Storygraph and Homegirl from Oxford who started and coded her own website, and she had a free coding course? Yeah. And I was telling y'all about Stanford Coding Place, and you asked me, was I going to apply? Because Stanford's teaching a free course, programming in Python for a 6-week course. Yeah. I did apply.
Okay. Yes, you did. Yeah.
And I got in.
Yeah,
I will be taking part in Stanford's Code and Place program. But this is just to say, go for it, do the thing. I was like, I'm just going to apply just to see if I get it. Well, I have no business doing it, but I'm like, I did the application. It took about an hour. It was really fun to do the programming. It's a new way of thinking about things. So I'm so excited for the course. My section starts on Thursday.
Yay!
But y'all, if you have an idea, thank you so much. That's all. Like, if you have an idea, just this, what you shared about they're like, hey, why don't we start our own? And there's so many programs. There's so many ways to learn. Just because you don't know how now does not mean that there are not resources available for every single thing you can imagine.
Right.
So I'm doing the Code in Place. I'll keep you posted about this, but I'm partially doing it just so that you guys know that this is available and that it's doable. So I'll keep you posted with what this is. I don't know what app I'm going to create, but I'm just saying, who knows?
She'll create something.
But the Storygraph app that was created, I mean, it's part of normal conversations I'm having with my publisher.
I know.
Like it's seated amongst.
It's a competitor to Goodreads.
Yeah, it's widely accepted.
Valid competitor. It's great.
We do both.
I love it.
So
congratulations.
Thank you. I hope this inspires somebody who's listening, has an idea right now. This is your sign. You were looking for a sign, just do it.
This is the sign. So going into health and healing. It's a little unconventional this week for me. Mm-hmm. It's the images for the upcoming Met Gala have hit Vogue, the pages of Vogue. And if you're unfamiliar, or unaware, this year's theme is called Superfine, Tailoring Black Style, which is basically a Black Dandyism. And it couldn't come at a better time. And what's so healing for me in this is watching the joy, the blackness, the colors, the creativity, the genius, the elegance, the everything, especially at a time now where people are actively trying to erase us and are actively trying to, quote unquote, put us in a corner. And despite that, this is the most blackest thing that Vogue will probably ever do. And the fact that it's being captured and it will be locked in to history, to fashion history, American history, it will be locked in. Like, you can't erase this. You can't say it didn't happen because there are 4 covers with 4 co-chairs. Pharrell, Lewis Hamilton, A$AP Rocky, Coleman Domingo. There are 4 covers of this. And then you have all the images with Tiana Taylor, Janelle Monáe, Aaron Pierre, photographed by Tyler Mitchell, creative directed by Law Roach.
Beautiful.
Like, you can't Io Debris is
so
like this
much
rich
excellence.
auntie vibes.
There's so much creative excellence right now. This is so exciting.
It was a feast for my eyes, and it really healed me. And it was like, it's like I said, it's just so unapologetically Black. And I'm just so happy that we get to experience this in real time. And I cannot wait. I'm going to be sat for that first Monday in May.
Oh,
I think it's the first Monday in May.
Oh, we have to.
I will be watching.
One day we'll be correspondents on the red carpet.
Man, nothing would make me happier. So there's a spirituality in this, and there was a documentary that captured this spiritual aspect of this. Like that is it felt like a nice hug from the universe. So that's my health and healing.
There's so many good hugs. This podcast episode, look, share this with your friends because I feel like this one in particular is full of those hugs. So if there's people that you know that are needing some encouragement, I see people all the time are like, please tell me that there's better on the way. If people are looking for encouragement, needing encouragement, please share this podcast with your friends because this is what we show up to do this for. Like we are constantly looking for the good. I think this episode in particular is filled with so much good and so much good vibes. I feel the good vibes even in the studio recording right now.
Same.
And hopefully you do too at home. So should we do... We keep it Delulu all the time. Like we are literally the Delulus. But since we're short on time, we'll do Delulu Land next week. We have plenty of delusionality for you. A lot of people are delusional. We keep it delusional. We're always highlighting the delusionals.
Yes.
But why don't we get to the final word?
Yes. You can start with the final word.
So the final word for me is to look around. I've been looking around at people around me, and I realize that the people closest to me, I'm celebrating them because I'm like, wow, everybody's like finding their way and kind of stepped into their purpose. But I realized that back in the day when I was rolling with these people, it wasn't about where they were. It was about the direction they were headed. And so some people are headed forward. Some people are headed backwards. Some people are standing still. But I was thinking, wow, how important it is to take inventory of not so much where people are when you're around them and you encounter them, but the direction that they're headed in. Are they headed in a direction that is parallel with yours? Are they standing still? Do they seem to be moving backwards? And then make your choices accordingly.
I love that.
That's from myself.
I love that. Well, mine is a little petty, a little foolishness. I was at San Vicente Bungalows with my other girls yesterday. And we had a waiter named Bobby. And he said, I don't know how he got on this topic, but he was like, play the game, don't let it play you.
Okay.
And I was like, that's right. That's going to be my final word. He didn't know what I was saying. He was like, final word. But I was like, that's going to be my final word. So play the game, don't let it play you.
All right.
Well, you guys have a great week. And
we'll see you in the next one.
We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.